This morning, Governor Udomi Emmanuel gives reasons for the state boycott of the bailout fund of the federal government. Government House Prayer Committee donates to less privileged centers. Plus, President Muhammadu Buhari sets to visit China from April 11. Details of these and other stories in just a moment. Good morning and welcome to AKBC 45 News at dawn. I am Miriam Igbutu. The state governor, Mr. Udomi Emmanuel, has called on the people to continuously support the programs and policies of the administration as a demonstration of their belief in the mandate given him to serve. The governor met the call during his quarterly media interaction on AKBC TV. He spoke on various plans by the government to improve the lives of the citizenry and what is expected of them. The media chat allowed the people the opportunity to ask the governor questions as well as make contributions to the success of the state. The chat, which lasted for about 2 hours, also availed the governor an opportunity of presenting his scorecard and appraising the impact of policies and program of his government on the people. On plans to enhance agriculture in the state, Governor Udomi Emmanuel spared in thought on the special interest of his administration to boost foreign direct investment in the state through mechanized agriculture.
October last year, I launched what I call the second planting season. The cassava I planted October last year. By end of this April, we should be transplanting.
The state chief executive also took time to explain why the state boycotted the federal government's bailout funds, saying that he preferred loan guarantorship to mortgaging the future of the state as an experienced financial expert. He also reaffirmed the readiness of his administration to complete all ongoing projects, and
I'm sure they are very happy. We've given them a new lease of life. It's not only in that area, we try to touch almost all areas. Go to Nsiri Tailo government now. You see a road that was abandoned for several years. We're almost putting fire on it. If I knew, if I'd gone for a bailout, I would have mortgaged the future of our people. And I refused to. Because probably what I saw may not have been what others saw at that point in time.
Affirming the confidence of the people in the governor's ability to deliver, some of the callers had this to say.
They know the development from Aparagon in about local government.
Okay.
I want our governor to do something and help us.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
The state government has again said that it will stop at nothing to protect the interests and promote the welfare of pensioners in Akwa Ibom. Governor Udomi Emmanuel made the remark in Uyo at the inauguration of an ultra-modern secretariat built by the Akwa Ibom State Council by the Nigerian Union of Pensioners. The governor, who was represented at the occasion, recalled that his administration had soon after coming into office in May last year cleared the backlog of pensions from 2001 to 2012. Mr. Emmanuel, who commended the retirees for raising the effects of greatness, to build an edifice as their rallying point, is said to be the first in the country. Prayed God to protect them. The head of civil service, Mrs. Ekere Bongapan, in her remarks announced that the government has paid pensioners in Akwa Ibom up to January this year, adding that any issues with the payment may be due to bank verification number BVN, no bank number, or the identity card. Mrs. Akpan advised affected persons to take steps to sort matters out with their banks, emphasizing that government under Mr. Udomi Emmanuel had directed that pensioners should be placed on first-line charge. The head of civil service congratulated the retirees for their sacrifices while in service and wished them success in their future endeavor. Mrs. Akpan also advised saving civil servants to start to prepare for their retirement the day they join the civil service. The Speaker of the House of Assembly, Barrister Nofio Luke, who spoke through the member representing Mbo State constituency, Mr. Samuel Ufo, reiterated the resolve of the House to make laws that will be beneficial to all citizens, including retired public servants. The chairman of the Nigeria Union of Pensioners, Elder Edeto Uwa, explained that the Secretariat project, which started in 2010, was a product of diligent and prudent management of lean resources. The Secretary of the Union.
During the start, civilians, soldiers, and police were together in the union. And after the fast growth of the union and unrest among them brought about the decentralization at the state level.
Goodwill messages were received by the state wing of the Nigeria Labour Congress at the Judiciary, Ministry of Finance, Commissioner for Education, Bureau of Labour, Productivity, Manpower and Productivity, Traditional Rulers Council, Cross River State, Councils of Union, among others. Awards of excellence were presented to Senator Emmanuel Ibohosien, who chaired the occasion. Head of Civil Service, Mrs. Ekerebonpan, Mr. Ephraim Inyang, Commissioner for Works, Pastor Basil Moore, Permanent Secretary, Governor's Office, Mr. Kanokun, Commissioner for Finance, and Mrs. Eme Imuk, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Finance. The Government House Prayer Committee has donated 500,000 naira to the Association of Persons with Special Needs at St. Anthony Institute Center, Oran Street. The committee also presented food items and toiletries to the inmates of the center in continuation of its visit to orphanages across the state. The Special Assistant to the Governor on Religious Matters, the Reverend Daniel Akwata, said that the packages came from offerings of the monthly prayer meetings of the Government House Chapel, Oyo. He acknowledged the humanitarian work of the Catholic Church in catering for the less privileged, as evidenced in the various orphanages established by the Church. The Governor's aide urged the inmates not to give up hope because of their physical challenges, but strive to overcome them by taking advantage of the opportunities offered by the government and well-meaning individuals and groups in hands of the government.
Than that of others. But honestly, we have our own limitations. We have all made up our mind that in spite of our deficiencies, in spite of our limitations, we will still make it to the best of our ability in life. With our God on our side.
In his remarks, the chairman of the prayer committee, Pastor Emmanuel Bassi, said that God created every man that completes the order. He commended the high spirit exhibited by the inmates despite their physical challenges and prayed God to help them lead successful and fulfilled lives.
Whatever your situation, just make a difference. Just determine in yourself that wherever you are, the Bible says that you should be the salt of the earth. You should be the light to the world.
The coordinator for the group, Ms. Esther Daniel, thanked the prayer committee for the gifts and Governor Dom Emmanuel for remembering the less privileged in his programs. Speaking on behalf of the chaplain of the Destitute Center, Mr. Francis Ekanem, appealed to the government to assist in solving the problem of flood and also help in the reconstruction of the fence pulled down during the construction of Oran Street. As a demonstration of their determination to overcome their challenges, the inmates recited the Dakada Creed, which they explain has motivated them a lot. We take a short breakdown. When we come back, more news to stay with us.
I believe in Akwa Ibom.
I believe in the collective power
of you and I. Together, we can build upon existing legacies to birth the land of our dreams. Let us work as one, devoid of tribal sentiments and political differences.
Let's throw away violence
and embrace peace. Let us work with government to make Akwa Ibom an industrial hub, create employment for our youths, boost security, agriculture, and healthcare. I am you, and you are me.
We are the future.
We can make a difference. Let's come together and embrace the new Akwa Ibom. An Akwa Ibom under the leadership of our governor, Mr. Udom Gabriel Emmanuel. For
we believe in Akwa Ibom.
So good to have you back. A second branch of Slot Phone Shop has been inaugurated in Uyo, located at number 43 Oron Road, opposite Aqua Savings and Loans Limited. The shop stocks all kinds of phones and phone accessories, as well as laptop computers. The storage is here presented.
Uyo branch of Slot, Mrs. Nkechi Ezebo, noted that aside quality products distribution, which the company has been known for, establishing the branch was one way of creating wealth in the state, as it will open up opportunities for employment for the people.
Yes, I'm not. Right now we have about 10 or 5 and we are hoping to deploy and open more. Depending on the new Akwa Ibom people love towards us, or we know that we are going to be a very good coming to Akwa Ibom.
The managing director of Slot Shop, Engineer Nnamdi Ezebo, said that the company decided to open the shop because of its interest to meet the demands of the people for good and quality phones. He said that the branch, which has in stock assorted kinds of phones and accessories such as battery, power bank, as well as laptop computer, will offer employment to more than 10 citizens of the state and appeal for patronage from members of the public.
People are thinking smart and they use smart device. So mobile phone is something that I think is a necessity. And so everybody needs a mobile phone. To do your business, or even as a student, you need a mobile phone. So this is the era of smartness. And so we just have to sell smart devices.
Some people who witnessed the event were opportune to win assorted phones such as Tecno Y6, Levino, and Slot power banks. They expressed their joy this way.
Thank you.
Christ Era Church, Efiayonsok in Oran local government area received a large crowd of people on Sunday. The occasion was the dedication of Master Savior Martins Effiong, son of Mr. and Mrs. Martins Effiong. Preaching at the service, the senior pastor of the church, Hezekiah Moses, said that every child created by God has a destiny. He said that most children do not have such destinies fulfilled because of how the parents bring them up. Taking his text from Judges 13 verse 3 and preaching on the theme Covenant Child, the clergyman admonished parents to bring up little Savior in the ways of God. Dedicating Master Savior Effiong unto God, Pastor Hezekiah Moses enjoined the parents to also endeavor to bring the child to God's house, reminding them that the child belongs to God. In their testimonies, Mr. and Mrs. Martins Effiong said that God is the giver of the child, hence their decision to bring him to church for dedication and thanksgiving. They noted that by doing this, they have laid a solid spiritual foundation for the child and appreciated everyone for gracing the occasion.
My brother and my sister are going to put in Maggie Samami, very good. Okay, they go to the fire, we go to the fire market. In a market, in a major paying a box, and you go something about Batico in the long moment. Then come our second, you make it a leggy comment. In yet, and I get it.
The service features songs by the church choir while the child's parents and guests danced to appreciate God for His benevolence. Guests were later received at Mr. Xavier Fiong's compound at Ifiayon, Uso. President Muhammadu Buhari, who is back in the country after a trip to the United States for the 4th Nuclear Summit, is again set to make a 4-day official visit to China from April 11 to April 15, 2016. The visit, according to the presidency, is to strengthen diplomatic relations between China and Nigeria. Speaking on the visit, the Chinese ambassador to Nigeria, Gu Zengjing, said China is set to look for new areas of cooperation with Nigeria. As the nation's fuel crisis lingers, the Chief Operations Officer in charge of downstream at the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation (NNPC), Mr. Henry Obi, has said that all the refineries in the nation will resume production before the end of April. Mr. Obi also identified scarcity of foreign exchange for the importation of petrol as one of the major reasons for the scarcity across the country. Meanwhile, the NNPC has disclosed that a number of international oil companies have agreed to provide foreign exchange for oil marketing companies in Nigeria for the importation of petrol, which will significantly improve the fuel situation in the country. An investigation by several international media outlets into one of the world's most secretive companies, a Panama law firm, Mossack Fonseca, has shown that the firm has helped clients to launder money, dodge sanctions, and evade tax. More than 11 million detailed documents were leaked, which showed that about 12 current or former heads of states, 61 persons linked to current or former world leaders, and several elites and celebrities from across the world were linked to the Panama Papers. A co-founder of the secretive Panamanian-based law firm, Ramon Fonseca, has confirmed that the authenticity of the papers, but said that the documents were obtained illegally in a hacking attack. You can also watch AKBC TV News online by logging on to akbconline.org or follow us on Twitter at AKBC45 Uyo or on Facebook at AKBC Channel 45. That's the package this morning, just before we go another look at the top stories. The state governor, Mr. Dom Emmanuel, has called on the people to continuously support the programs and policies of the administration as a demonstration of their belief in the mandate given him to serve. The governor made the call during his quarterly media interaction on AKBC TV. He spoke on the various plans by the government to improve the lives of the citizenry and what is expected of them. The media chat allowed the people the opportunity to ask the governor questions as well as make contributions to the success of the state. That was the package this morning. We thank you so much for staying on to us. Have a pleasant day ahead. Good morning.